buckle up and welcome aboard. You're in the hunt.
John Gruden. So,
John Gruden. He got himself a little bit of trouble, didn't he?
Man, a little bit. So, John Gruden has just resigned as a coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. It is very strange for me to even say Las Vegas Raiders.
I don't feel like I'll ever say that. I'll just say the Raiders.
The Raiders? The Raiders.
I'm not saying, that's
and
weird.
The reason why John Gruden was really, he resigned, was fired, whatever. He was out, period. Whatever way you want to put lipstick on this, he wasn't coming back as a coach of the Raiders. It roots in an email train that he had sent out basically a decade ago. It lasted over, I believe, 4 years. So maybe 2011, 2015, right in there, where he said some things that were racially insensitive
and
homophobic. Okay. Now,
this is a football coach, by the way.
Shocking.
That says some things that were racially insensitive
and homophobic.
And homophobic. Okay. This is. Go ahead.
Now, this is an interesting one because we're gonna get a lot of people who have opinions on what I'm about to say about this.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay. I see how hurt you are, but
I'm in politics.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know the things I've been called?
Yes.
Sometimes I read them out loud to myself in the mirror and pick the worst one, so I laugh the hardest at it. It's like, no, that's so bad, it's funny.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So here's the interesting thing that I think about what's going on with John Gruden. We have to be very careful about the society that we are setting up right now.
Man.
Okay? If you are comfortable with us living in a society where people can take private emails that you've sent a decade ago and that prevents you from working or continuing on with your life, if you're comfortable with that,
fine.
Cool.
I hope you've never sent an insensitive text or email ever in your life if you're comfortable with that.
I'm not comfortable with that at all.
I can tell you're squirming around in your seat.
Yes.
You look uncomfortable telling the story.
I'm extremely uncomfortable with that, okay? And then the reason why these emails came up is because they were doing an investigation of the Washington football team. And there were 650,000 other emails.
This is crazy.
That have not been released.
I know.
So first of all, you know that there's, of those 650,000 emails, there's like 50 people that are like,
do you know these head coaches? You know these head coaches right now are like,
there's about to be 20 firings of head coaches now.
They're like, that's all Gruden said.
and now we can use this as blackmail for people, right?
It's
we can hold this over people's heads. Well, I'm going to release what you said. And then the thing that I was thinking about, and you'd appreciate this, I don't know if you saw who the Super Bowl performers are going to be.
I did.
So it's going to be Snoop.
Yeah.
And Dre.
Yeah.
And Eminem.
Yeah.
And Kendrick Lamar.
So I know where you're going with this, okay?
If you do, I'm going to be impressed you know where I'm going with this.
Okay, I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay,
I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
If you're concerned with John Gruden's emails, I'm sorry. Have you seen the cover of Doggy Style?
That's a bingo.
I'm sorry. Have you listened to any of Snoop's, go back to Eminem's 90s rap? Do you remember Us in the Locker Room? Like, do you know what Eminem was saying about people back then?
And
he was talking about putting his ex-wife in the trunk and driving her off of a bridge.
Yes.
And that was the nicest thing he said.
Yes.
And these people are going to be your halftime show, and you just fired John Gruden? For homophobic?
This is actually where I was going with this.
Do you remember when Eminem stepped in it so bad that he had to have Elton John, he had to perform with Elton John to virtually signal to everybody, I really don't like gay people? Yeah. Remember that?
Yes.
See, by the way, that wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't, Wesley. And that's why, the F word, the other F word.
Which I mean, there's
yeah.
This is evolved.
In our parlance, the worst F word now.
I got you. I got you.
So,
things have changed so much.
Yeah. So here's the interesting
The one that now
thing.
identifies as the worst F word.
The one that now identifies. Yeah. That's pretty good. It self-identifies as the worst F word. So now the new worst F word. So I wouldn't have known how much of a homophobic slur that was if I didn't listen to so much Eminem.
Right. And that's the guy performing at your halftime show.
How about that?
Right.
So you're all woke by firing John Gruden, and all of a sudden, and it's not like, look, John Gruden at least had the decency to send these emails in private. This was albums, man.
Rendon,
this stuff went platinum.
I'm not trying to dime out Dre.
I'm not trying to dime it out either, because I still listen to all that stuff.
I do. I'm not the first to admit it, right? But
I can't reconcile that. I'll never talk about what my kids listen to.
Women's rights, okay? And Dr. Dre?
Come on, man. Come on.
Eminem talks about once you that just slapped. Like, he raps about Dre slapping a woman.
Yeah.
Hold on, dude. Like, what are we?
And once again, the other F word. If Matt Damon says it, if Matt Damon says it, and then apologizes, it's okay, because for whatever reason in the woke universe, Matt Damon is okay. So he can say it and apologize like it never happened. Maybe it's because Eminem performed with Elton John. He's okay, and he's now immune to all of this. But where is the consistency here?
And Rendon, I understand a lot of the players in the locker room's opinion on this. I understand that they're offended. I get it. There were very insensitive things to say. I understand that. If you're a football player and you've been in these locker rooms for this long, are you that sensitive? Like, when did we get so sensitive?
Well, and I'll go even...
And real quick, should he have done those things, being the leader, being a head coach, being in the position that he is? He probably shouldn't have. Okay?
No. I'm not defending John Gruden
at all. What I'm saying is
I'm defending cancel culture. I'm defending
anti-cancel culture and this double standard.
Yeah.
You can't cancel Gruden and have Eminem do your halftime show.
No. Inconsistent.
You can't cancel John Gruden and have Snoop Dogg do your... You can't do that.
No.
I'm sorry.
You can't get mad about Justin Timberlake exposing Janet Jackson's breasts.
It was because Rendon. It was a costume mistake.
You can't. It was a malfunction, not a mistake.
Malfunction.
It's a malfunction.
Excuse me.
That I remember well. That I'll never forget. Never.
Remember still? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
You can't. Women's rights activists can't get mad because Justin Timberlake was demeaning Janet Jackson by doing that, and then you're quiet when they name that Snoop Dogg.
Yes,
is going to and Dre are going to.
You remember the part though? But I have you naked by the end of this. Boom. Just saying, I watched the halftime show live.
Just saying,
I just saw it. I saw it.
Oh man. But
really?
But I tell you, man, like. There's a real bad consistency argument here that we really need to address. And even with John Gruden, I mean, even to wrap up the piece on him, look, I think John Gruden is doing the right thing by stepping away because, as he's saying, it's a distraction. Like now, there's a decision that's been made that he's the bad guy. It's a distraction.
He's lost. He's lost the locker room.
You can't get from under that, and I get that. Okay,
it's kind of Urban Meyer, right? Like,
yeah.
Go ahead. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
get that
you
later.
can go on that.
Yeah.
But you really do get to the point where I understand why he's leaving and all of that. The thing that I question in all this, and don't misquote me in this, the thing that I question is, does anybody feel comfortable with somebody going back retroactively
10 years ago,
a decade ago,
different culture, different times, different sentiments,
and firing you for private emails?
Rendon, it's a dangerous road to go down.
That you've sent.
This is dangerous.
Once again, not saying it's right or wrong. I actually think he should have stepped down.
Are you
I think that was
okay?
in the best interest of the team.
Are you
but I
okay
will tell
with the
you,
culture going down in that direction?
there are 650,000 other emails that will probably lead to 100 fires.
Yeah. Think about it. Yeah.
And are we really putting people in a position where? I mean, it's
People
why
make
nobody's
mistakes, man.
it's why nobody's in politics now, and nobody wants to get in
People make
politics.
mistakes, man.
Because it's like if you're not perfect,
Then you're going to get dragged.
then people just destroy
It's ridiculous.
your life. And even if you are fantastic, people will talk trash about you anyway and make stuff up.
Look at me, man.
Yeah.